Alrighty, we are. Oh, I need to make sure that I have my mic on. I just realized I don't have my mic on, and let's make sure that we actually have our sound correct. Input is from here. There we go. So our sound should be much better now. And let's take a look at one more thing. Let's go live on. Oh, I know I was missing something. I was like, I feel like so dark over here. Let me see. Maybe I'll do that. That does a little something in my head at least. Hi, it's Mimi LaRose, and we're going to. We're almost ready. We're almost ready to get started. I might go adjust the camera just a tad. Just a tad. Make sure that I have it where I want it to be. I think that's what I want. Okay. Maybe. So I want to make sure y'all can see me. Okay. Perfect. Okay, much better. All right, so let's get our TikTok stream going. And let's go live. Alrighty, let's go live for TikTok. And let's get going. I think we've waited long enough, huh? Okay, so I hope this works out. It's kind of hard for me to see. It's my first time doing it like this. Hi, I'm Mila Rose. And we are going to be doing the live readings. Ooh, let's get these turned right side up. Live readings for our all signs for the new moon in Taurus that's coming up. I hope you all are doing much better because we have finally gotten to the point now where the Mercury eclipse is over. Thank God. I know I am excited. I know I could not wait for that eclipse to. Well, the eclipse has been done. Mercury retrograde. Ooh, it's already got cards jumping. I could not wait for Mercury retrograde to be over because it was a absolute nightmare. Never been happier than to be done with that. And now we can finally move on with our lives and be happy and joyful. So we're going to go ahead and get started. As you all know how I like to do my readings. We have 3 piles now. I usually do them towards me, so I'm going to figure out how I want to do them for you all. But let's see how far I can put this over. We're using our Book of Shadows Tarot. I think we'll do over here. Makes the most sense. Okay. So 1 pile, 2, and 3. Let's see what we get. All right, starting off for our Aries, we have the Ace of Chalices. And so the Ace of Chalices, making sure that I'm on camera correctly. Ace of Chalices is letting us know that right there is good. Okay. Ace of Chalices is letting us know that you all are experiencing hopefully you released during the Mercury retrograde and during the eclipse. You did your shadow work and now you're heading into a space where it's time for you to have some new emotion. Oh, that's the 4 of Chalices. I was like, that doesn't feel like Ace energy. 4 of Chalices, you need to relax, Aries. You need to take a break. You need to find some time to get yourself back together because this time has worn you out. And actually, let me switch these so that they make more sense to me at least. All right, so then we got the Knight of Chalices. All right, you're resting, but you're also having a lot of emotions. You're having a lot of feelings. You're having a lot of um, and you might be having someone come in who wants to express their feelings with you and share all of that with you, and y'all, it might be happening very, very quickly. We got the Three of Pentacles, and Three of Pentacles is saying that it's time for you to share some of your expertise or ask for some assistance. So there might be someone out there who's wanting to come in and to help you work through these feelings, to help you navigate maybe this new situation that's popping up. We have the Eight of Chalices. You have a lot of chalices. Aries, y'all are all in your feelings. All in your feelings, Aries. Eight of Chalices is saying that you've had to walk away from something. So you have released, you have let things go, and you have had to walk away from something because you are heading towards being really stressed out. Really stressed out. So this first line is going to be your general situation. You got the Nine of Swords. So you're feeling the stress here. So let's get some clarifiers for these cards. I should have did them when I was first pulling them out. But the clarifier for the Four of Chalices is the Nine of Wands. So yeah, you need to take a break because you were doing so much work. You were doing so much introspection. You were doing so much of just like, it was taking so much time and energy from you. Let me pull my screen back up so I can see. Okay. You were doing so much introspection. You were doing so much like connection with yourself, going within, finding that fire that was the one that like got you up and going. Like you've done such hard work that you were burnt out and you needed to take a break. And 10 of Chalices for the Knight of Chalices. Some of you all may have had some really great time with your partners. You may have really felt connected. You might have gone on vacations together. You might have taken trips. Like you just, like your home life is feeling pretty good. You're feeling very excited and alive about your relationships. Two of Wands under the Three of Pentacles. So you're definitely are like everything is feeling pretty good now. You're definitely going to be moving into a space where you want to share what it is that you've learned, share your expertise, share your experience, get some help with all of these like with all the stuff that you have going on because there's so much success that there is opening new doors for you. That Two of Wands is the clarifier for the Three of Pentacles. So it's open up new doors for you. It's open up new opportunities for you. And you're just trying to figure out, okay, what route do I want to take with this? We got the Nine of Pentacles under the Eight of Chalices. You're definitely walking away from a situation, especially as far as your income, that did not serve you, one that is going to put you into a place where you feel much more content. So you might have had a job opportunity come up, especially with that Three of Pentacles under the Three of Pentacles over the Two of Wands, within an Eight of Chalices over a Nine of Pentacles. Like all of this hard work that you've been doing has set you up for some financial abundance, some financial opportunities, and you're feeling the harvest of it. So like you put in all this work and now you're like, I'm getting great things out of this. Now the stress part, Knight of Pentacles. So some of this stress is coming from these new projects, from these new opportunities, you adjusting to it, you having to put a lot of effort and energy into them. Like, and it's probably why you had to walk away from some of those more emotionally draining things because you're putting more of your time and your attention into money matters, into your home, into the physical. So let's get how do we work with this energy. We got the Ten of Pentacles to start out with. Y'all, you're building a legacy, and legacies take time, they take effort, they take energy, they take understanding balance and rest. Ooh, the Devil card under all of these chalices. Okay, if you have a tendency to use relationships as distraction, or if you have a tendency to rush into things emotionally, look at how your addictions have kind of popped up into things, or situations that you find yourself in over and over and over again, especially when it comes to your home life and especially when it comes to your relationships, and not taking your time to really think about the long term of things. Or the Empress underneath the Three of Pentacles and the Two of Wands. You are really truly stepping into a space where you feel very fruitful, where you feel very prosperous, where you're making choices that are leading you towards those long-term gains, that Ten of Pentacles. And as the Empress can basically create whatever she wants. And so you're in that creative energy and people are seeing you as the Empress. They're seeing that you're able to go in and make something new from nothing. And so they're coming to you as that expert, but they're also coming to you as someone, and that's those new opportunities popping up for you. We got the Emperor. You do need some structure. That structure is coming in. That structure is telling you that you have to let go of some of these destructive patterns that you have coming from the devil, especially rushing into things. So if you're looking at not only your relationships, but you're looking at your career, you're looking at what it is that you do to create that financial, that material stability in your life, and you tend to just kind of rush in with what feels good and the fantasy of what you think will be the outcome of this. It's saying you really need to look at the structure. You need to be a little bit more practical. You need to be very mindful, and you need to think about what actually will get you there long term. And then lastly, the Two of Chalices as how to work with your energy for under that Nine of Swords and under that Knight of Pentacles. And it's really saying that, you know, these connections, this Ten of Chalices, even the kind of rushed, more immature energy of the Knight of Chalices, like this connection, your home life, your stability within your relationships is going to be the key to helping you really be able to navigate all of this stress. I noticed that we have that Three of Pentacles, we have the Two of Chalices, which always reminds me of the importance of keeping our community and asking for help, using our support systems, like not feeling like you have to go into it all alone. Then that might be a part of what that devil energy is looking at, because you have right after that, you have the Empress and the Emperor, like the divine counterparts, but they're kind of operating solitary. In a solitary way. They're not necessarily tapping into their resources that are available to them around them. And I think it's saying that you have to kind of come to that space where you're in partnership, where you're not doing everything on your own so that you don't get overwhelmed by all the stuff that's coming for you. So let's get our outcome card. Seven of Swords is your outcome card for this full moon. New moon, new moon in Taurus. And so what we're looking at with that outcome card of a Seven of Swords is you might be feeling like, because you're so overwhelmed, because there's so many things coming in, because you might be a little pulled into some more not so healthy behaviors to try to deal with the overwhelm of the abundance. If you're not used to good things happening to you, you're not used to things going your way, you might feel like, I don't really trust this. So you're trying to be a little sneaky, you're trying to be a little cunning. And sometimes you do have to be a little witty. You do have to understand how it is you can best conserve your energy to get the outcome that you need. But make sure that you're doing so in a way that has integrity, and make sure that you're doing so in a way that is not abusive of any situations or any individuals. So that is your new moon in Taurus energy for Aries. I think it's sounding pretty good. I think it's looking pretty good for you. I will pull oracle cards at the end because I really like that. I might pull an oracle card for you now to kind of give the energy in these cards a break. So let's pull the oracle card in my oracle messenger oracle deck for us. And let's see what we get. We have, let's shuffle them up, and I'm just going to pull from the top for each group. Keep it nice and simple with this one. And let's see what we get. Okay. And nice little shuffle. Let's see if we get a popper. Ooh, this one right here. Okay, what did we get for Taurus? Share your thoughts. So, like I was saying, if you're used to operating on your own, if you're used to being more solitary, if you're not used to utilizing your resources in the community around you, this new moon is saying, hey, you got to go, and you got to, like, don't isolate yourself. You've built this really great relationship. You've built this really great community. You need to utilize that. You have these partnerships. You have this healthy home, healthy lifestyle. But if you don't tap into that, like, it can't help you when you get stressed out. So Aries, that is your new moon in Taurus reading. And let's get to Taurus. We love Taurus. Happy Taurus season. Happy birthday to all the Tauruses. And let's see what the new moon has for you. What are you releasing? What is it time for you to take a look at? How do you work with this energy? Let's see for our Tauruses what we get. Give them a nice little mix. All right, and let's go. Okay. Our first card, King of Pentacles. All right, Taurus, you are in your energy and you are doing quite well. You are feeling good. You're feeling much more in control. You're feeling like, all right, doing all this hard work and all of these things that I had to go through, the turmoil, the release, things not moving forward. I know that Taurus has kind of been going through it. And honestly, you'll probably continue to go through it as far as just kind of redoing your life, because it's just that time. It's that time for you, Taurus, to have that re-up in energy. But you're feeling pretty good about things. You're feeling more stable. You're happy in your season. So you're feeling much better after that. Oh, and you're feeling that fire of life. You might be finding yourself more attractive to other people, more attracted to individuals. You're feeling very charismatic. You're feeling very confident. So not only are you feeling more like physically stable. So if you've had some issues going on with your job realm, if you've had some worries about money and finances, that's stabilizing. You're feeling more in control there. And if you've had some issues as far as your romantic relationships, and when I say that, I mean um, not feeling attracted to your partner, not feeling excited about life, not feeling like you want to work on any projects, like just nothing going on there. All that energy is starting to shift for you. Ooh, let's get our clarifiers before I get too far. 7 of Wands. Yeah, definitely you were feeling the tension at work. Um, you were feeling like there was a lot of competition. You were feeling like you might have been laid off. You might have been needing to search for a new job, and you were just like, "This is not what I wanted it to be. I'm not feeling it." The sun, but now you moved into a space where, okay, I'm gonna show people I have lots of skills. I have an established understanding of who I am. I am an expert in my field, and I'm going to let people see that. I'm going to let people understand that. And so you were showing people who you are. Temperance, you do need to balance out though. So make sure that you're balancing your heart and your mind. Make sure you're not going and leaning too far into any realm. And I know my Tauruses can be very not so connected to their emotions, not so in the feeling. And although you do feel deeply, you're ruled by Venus, but you're more about calm and peace. You're more about stabilization as opposed to the expressive side. So, Knave of Chalices, take a little step forward, make sure that you're expressing your feelings, make sure you're letting people in and that you're not shutting folks out just because you're wanting to maintain that stability that you found. You don't want to rock the boat in any way because you fought so hard to get to where you are. Knight of Pentacles, you are definitely going after some raises. You're definitely going after some new advances as far as your material life is looking. You're going after that new job. You're going after that new car. You're going after that new house. You're feeling it. The wheel, it's saying that it's time for you to move forward, but this is definitely also a cycle that you find yourself in kind of maybe feeling a little down, getting back up, feeling your confidence go up, feeling your desires for things go up, and then kind of feeling that urge to go after things. And when you're on that upswing and that energy wise, like go ahead and go for it. Your last card is going to be the One of Swords, the Ace of Swords. And so that's saying that you're changing the way that you're looking at things. You're changing the way that you're understanding the world. You're changing the way that you see how you relate to others and what your role is in the world. The Five of Swords is the clarifier for the Ace of Swords, and the Five of Swords can sometimes be like you can be any of these individuals here. You can be this one who feels a little not so happy. She's mean mugging and being a little petty because she didn't win first place. We have this one who's like, hey, I'm a winner. I'm doing this. You have the second place who seems like they're pretty content with what they've gotten. And you can find yourself kind of flowing through all of those roles, but you're on the top now, like this wheel is saying you're on the top now. You're in that first place. But you understand that like it's a cycle. And so you might not always be there, but not dragging yourself down so much when you go through these cycles. And understanding that in the future when things may not go the way you want them to, or you're on that downward curve, like you'll be back up soon. All right, let's get our outcome cards. We have the Ace of Chalices for how to work with this energy under the Knight of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands. You do need to take a break. You don't be so hard on yourself. Don't beat yourself up. Like, don't go so hard because you're on that upward and you're feeling really good about things that you just burn yourself out. We got the Death card as the how to work with this energy. for the King of Wands and the Sun card, you've had to let something go, and you really do have to maybe even let go of this idea of who you are and how you show up in things. To be the Knight of Wands or the King of Wands, to be the Sun, means that you are going to have to let go of doubts, let go of seeing yourself as not good enough, let go of these ideas of yourself that weigh you down and do not let you kind of let people know what a star you are, how much of a boss you are. You have to let that go. Let's see. For our next one, we got the Seven of Pentacles. It's gonna be some work. You know, you're putting in some work. That temperance, that sharing your emotions, like that is the work for you. I know from some people, putting in the work might be more of a okay, going in and making sure that you're putting in 100% in your job or putting in 100% with your family. Here it's saying you're gonna have to do the work of sharing your emotions and staying in touch with your emotions and making sure that you stay balanced there so that you don't lean too far on one side or the other either way. We got the Five of Chalices under that King of Pentacles and the Wheel. And that Five of Chalices, for me, I see it connecting with this Death card. And again, like looking at those cycles, releasing, mourning what was and what could have been, and just understanding that, like, it is a part of the cycle that, you know, maybe things didn't work out quite the way that you wanted them to, or you experience a lot of change and a lot of release from this eclipse season, from the Mercury retrograde. But you know, that's just kind of how the wheel turns, and that, you know, as I spoke of earlier, you'll experience one thing and it'll switch and change to another. And then we got the Knave of Swords, or the Knight of Swords, and then or not the Knave of Swords, not the Knight of Swords. It would be the Page of Swords. So you really are like, you are experiencing a mass change in how you think about things. Like, this is like a whole new way that you're viewing the world around you, that you're viewing your experiences. And it is really like shifting things for you. You know, to see that progression from moving as the King of Pentacles, the King of Wands, Temperance, and then the Knight of Pentacles. Like, you've really had to shift how it is that you look at yourself as a provider, as someone who is stable, as someone who's secure, as a Taurus person who, whether this is sun, moon, or rising, like, what does that actually mean? What does that actually look like for you? And is it just, you know, the stereotypes, or is it deeper than that? Is it taking in that Venetian quality? Is it looking at how you relate to others, and how it is that you can be stable internally and externally? How you can find the peace and the quiet of the moment, how you can take all of that really kind of wild energy from Aries season and then say, hey, you know, like, if we actually want these projects and plans to come to fruition in the fall, we have to ground those. We have to go in, we have to nurture them, we have to care for them, we have to be the gardener. And you're shifting the way that you're thinking about how you see yourself completely. Let's get your outcome card. Eight of Pentacles. And I think you're feeling really good about this change. You're feeling really great about how things are going, and going forward and moving forward. You understand it's a lot of hard work that's going to come from actually balancing the physical and the emotional, your mental and your emotional. Like, you understand that that's going to be, but it's going to be fulfilling. Like, you're going to feel really good about everything that you're getting done. All right, let's get your oracle card. Oracle card for Taurus, for the new moon in Taurus. Love without condition. Open yourself up, Taurus. Open yourself up. And I see this not only as love for others, but love for yourself. I didn't see so much like a lot of relationship things here. I really saw about how you express yourself, how you connect to your emotion, how you connect to your feelings. And I really see this as saying, like, love without condition for yourself. And maybe that's the mental change that had to happen here, is you had to understand that, like, I'm still worthy. Like when we were talking about the King of Wands and the Sun card, and it was okay, you know, you won't always be, you have to let go of self-doubt. You have to let go of low self-worth. You have to understand what you bring to the table and how valuable you are, especially in the larger narrative of things, especially when we look at the story of astrology. Chores is so important. They're not just stubborn. They're not just the bull. They're not just, you know, oh, we want to sit around and eat all day and be super comfortable. Without Taurus energy to ground Aries energy, nothing would ever actually get done. We would never actually have a harvest because Aries would just keep running off and starting new and starting new and starting new, and we wouldn't have that fixed earth energy to make sure that it actually happens. And so like your role that you play is so important, but don't confine yourself and say that like, well, I'm not as emotional, maybe I'm not as logical, maybe I'm not as like as exciting, as attractive. Like you hold such great qualities, and I think you're really seeing that, understanding that, and digging deeply into that in a way that feels really loving and nurturing for yourself. So all right, Taurus, that is it for you. I hope you have a wonderful new moon. I hope that you are able to set those intentions around loving yourself, nurturing yourself, feeling really good about all the things that are coming up for you. I need to make sure I'm not putting these in backwards. Okay. And I think it's going to be a really great time for you, Taurus. I'm feeling really good about things for you guys. And I think you're going to see some of that improvement. I know it's been a little rough. I'll be honest with you because I will not sugarcoat things. I know that from the beginning of the year, everyone was like, oh, Taurus and well, mainly Taurus, but oh, Taurus and Scorpio. This is going to be your year to shine. And it's been crap. It's been actual crap the entire year. Nothing's going your way. Your relationships aren't happening the way you want them to. Like, and even when things are good and you're like, okay, I'm feeling this. This is great. Like you're feeling the movement, you're feeling the improvement. It's not exactly, it doesn't give you that excited feeling that you thought it would be. And that feels frustrating, which is like a Taurus thing to feel frustrated. But it's really one of those like redoing how you think about what does success mean? What does that look like? What does comfort mean? What does that look like? So it's really been accepting and loving that shift. And I think that with this new moon and the clearing out of the energy, all of the shadow work that hopefully everyone's been doing, you'll actually be able to embrace that energy. So yay for you, Taurus. All right, so Geminis, hello, happy new moon, Gemini. I hope you're doing great. I haven't been as tapped into Gemini energy as I usually am. I feel like Geminis have strangely been kind of riding under the radar a little bit, which is not usually Gemini's flow. But I think that you all have had that break because there's been so much intense Scorpio energy, so much intense Aries, Taurus energy. Like the other signs have kind of weirdly been able to eclipse you all. So let's see what the Geminis have going on. Let's see what y'all have coming up for you. Your season is coming, and I think it's going to be great. And hopefully we can all be excited about what is to come. So let's see what we get. All right, 7 of Wands. Yeah, you're trying to figure some things out. You're dealing with some competition in the workplace. You're definitely really trying to, you might be on the defense when it comes to how it is that you make money or decisions you're making about your money, decisions you're making about how you spend your money, how you make your money, all that fun stuff. 9 of Wands. Oh, and yes, this is your clarifier. Okay. Yeah. Honestly, though, it might be because maybe you completed some classes, maybe you took a new direction, maybe you quit your job, maybe you started a new job, and so you really laid a foundation to get a harvest that's coming in. But woo, it took some work. It's worn you out, and although you're really excited about what's to come, you are definitely feeling all of that work, all of that energy, all of that time that it's taken to move to where it is that you want to be. Your next card is the Knave of Swords. And so Knave of Swords is going to be saying, and that would be the Page of Swords, that your energy, your interests have been sparked by something. Let's get your clarifier out. Oh, 10 of Wands. Yeah, because you're tired. So your mind might be a little bit all over the place. That's giving very much Gemini energy. Your mind might be all over the place. You might be kind of like, oh, okay, what's coming up? What's something new I can look at? What's something new I can explore? You're looking for that distraction because you've done all this hard work and you're a little over it. You're 10 of Wands. You're tired. So 2 of Swords. you have a decision to make. I think that this is opening up a choice for you, especially if you're like, okay, well, I've done so much work to get to this situation. I've done so much work to defend my choices, to uh, add justification for why we should be doing things the way we are, why we should be making the choices and the money choices that we are, why we should buy this house, why I should take this job, all this stuff. And it's been so much just like pushing and pushing to get there. An adjustment to all these changes that have come on. That now you're presented with this Two of Swords, and you have a choice to make here, a choice about what makes you feel empowered, what makes you feel excited, like whether this is the right choice or not. It's really about following the one that lights you up on the inside. It's about, and especially if like this choice, this thing that you started at the beginning, and that you're finding now kind of in a more defensive position, like, is this the thing that feels aligned with your purpose, with who you are? Judgment card. So you have had to release some things. You are being reborn. You're being lifted out of this. Hopefully, it seems like you're going to make the choice that lights you up, because it's going to lift you out of this more tedious, heavier energy that you've been feeling, the one that's been kind of draining you. Yes, Knight of Wands to go with that. It's definitely, you're following a spark. So something catches your attention, something catches your eye, something draws you away from this more like heavy, like, dang, I'm working all the time, I'm working late hours, or like I'm really hustling to try to get this forward momentum going. You make a choice that feels easier for you, that feels more in alignment with you, and you're actually excited and ready to move forward into that. The Fool. So take a leap of faith. Take a leap of faith. Start off on this new path, start off on this new journey. King of Pentacles, it's going to lead you to success. How much nicer is it to have this King of Pentacles as opposed to the Seven of Wands, where it's just like, oh my goodness, Seven of Wands is, they're in their meeting, they're showing the graphs, they're providing evidence, they're doing all the hard work, and the Fool is like, nah, I'm throwing all that stuff to the side. I'm going on this new adventure. I'm leaving this structured space where I have to sit here and prove how good I am, prove how worthy I am. And I'm going on this new path where people recognize my value, where people honor my value, where they see me for what I'm worth. So let's get how we work with this energy. The Strength card was needed as you are still, when you're going through this defensive position, when you're going through this Nine of Wands energy, you're going to have to utilize your strength. You're going to have to go within and understand how powerful you are. High Priestess, I always say that this is the following your intuition. So, you've got that Knave of Swords here. So this is the prickling of, maybe there's something else I could be doing. Maybe there's a better way I could be spending my time. Maybe there's another route for me because I'm tired. And the High Priestess is like that drop in the bucket that's like, well, you've always been interested in this. Well, you've always liked this. Well, you were interested in this when you were younger. And hopefully you did that shadow work to connect to your inner child, to connect to what you might have been missing out on. And now you have like that inkling of the direction to go into. We have the Eight of Wands. So we have a Two of Swords, we have a King of Wands, and then we have an Eight of Wands. Like, you're feeling that, like, something lights you up. It's like the Kundalini energy. Something lights you up. That little inkling, that little push that you're going to get lights you up, and it says, go in this direction. And you're looking at these choices, and you're looking at the past, that Seven of Wands, that Nine of Wands, goodness me, that Ten of Wands. And you're like, I am not trying to go down that route. I'm not trying to be tired all the time. I'm not trying to be worn out all the time. I'm trying to feel alive. And Gemini needs that. And you get the hit for that. You get the pull for that. We got the Judgment card, the Knight of Wands, and then we have the One of Pentacles. Yeah, there's a new opportunity. There's a new job opportunity. There's a new way of supporting yourself that's going to open itself, make itself very clear to you in alignment with that little inkling that you get. And then you take that leap of faith and you get that Knight of Pentacles. You get that recognition. But you have to not doubt yourself. We have the Nine of Swords, which is like, I am all over the place. I am overthinking. I am just like, is this the route to take? Is this what I should have done? Maybe I should have stuck with, what was familiar with me, where I was stressed out and overwhelmed, but at least I knew what was coming from that. It takes a lot of courage. You got the strength card here and you have the Fool here. It takes a lot of courage to take a leap of faith, to do something you've never done before. So yeah, you're doing the Gemini thing. You're overthinking. You're all over the place. That is okay, Gemini, because let's get our outcome cards. Three of Swords. And it might hurt to move forward and to leave these things behind, especially if it's around something that's you so closely tied to your identity, to who you were, to what it is that you want. Your outcome card is Three of Swords, but it's breaking your heart open so that you can move forward, so you can release, so you can be reborn. You can't take what was in the past with you into the future outside of the wisdom that you learned from the lessons that you've experienced. Other than that, releasing and letting go can be a painful experience. But if it's moving you outside of this stressful experience where you never had energy, where you never had time to focus on yourself, where you never could pursue the things that did light you up, like mourn that, release that so that you can move forward into this new era unburdened. All right, let's get your oracle card. So this new moon, you might want to do like a little cleansing. You might want to do a little clearing. Maybe let yourself have a nice little cry session. Make sure you have a journal and that you're getting your thoughts out so that you're not just holding them all inside. Let's see what we have so many that are so close. Let's see if we can get an oracle card for you. I guess our next one we'll go ahead and take for Gemini. There we go. Surrender to the flow. Surrender to the flow, Gemini. I know that you're used to being in a certain environment and it was dragging you down and it was really tough for you. And now you're like, okay, I want to try something new, something really exciting, but I don't know how that's going to go. You got that Nine of Swords, you got that Three of Swords. I don't know how that goes. That's going to go. I don't know if it's going to work out for me, but it's going to be better than where you were. And even if it's not, now you have the experience to understand that even if things don't work out the way that you thought they would, or if it isn't exactly what you were looking for, you can make a change. Like, you don't have to stay there. You don't have to stay in that energy. So that's it for you, Gemini. I really should be. Why we tired? We hiding? Hello, Peels. Girl, because y'all overwhelmed and y'all scared. Gemini, y'all are scared to make the next step. Y'all are scared to move forward. And I don't know why, because it's going to be better than where you were. Why would you want to stay in that old, unhealthy environment when you can move forward and be somewhere else? Just saying. Just saying. So, love the cup. Yes. Is this the one that I don't know if we got this one together or not. I don't know if we both got that one, but let's do Cancers. Cancers, new moon reading. Let's do Cancers. Let's see what y'all have going on. Okay. Knave of Swords. There's so many Knave of Swords. I guess that's that whole new moon energy. But Knave of Swords, you're thinking about things differently. You got a lot going on. Oh, Two of Chalices. You might have a new relationship coming up, or you have a new way that you're looking at your relationships. You have a new way that you're examining your partnership. The Ace of Chalices, literally like new love, new emotions, new connections. Your heart is overflowing, your emotions are overflowing, your cup is full. So like there's a shift going on here for sure. Knight of Pentacles. With the Knight of Pentacles under the Ace of Chalices, that's going to be saying that you have a new way, you have a new emotional connection to a new opportunity as far as like how you make money that's coming up for you. And that's good because you might have been obviously not feeling too great about that. Seven of Pentacles. So you're going to be putting in the work, but you're going to be feeling happier about it. You're going to be feeling more fulfilled. Look how happy she is, picking her dang apples off of this tree. It's not tedious, overwhelming, like, I don't want to be here energy. It's definitely more of that, like, all right, I'm feeling better about this. Now, Five of Swords, we all know Five of Swords. Five of Swords can be like, okay, like I'm just going to take what I can get from this. But I like to look at this a little differently. I think there's three ways to look at this. There's the second place, who's just kind of seems happy to be there. There's the winner. So it's like, hey, I'm coming out on top of things. I'm going to just, it is what it is. I'm going to make it work. And then there's the person who got third place, who is Bitter Betty. So it's all going to depend on how you decide to view what's going on and view this situation, where it's like, all right, I'm just going to make the best of it. And sometimes that's okay. You just make the best of it. Eight of Swords, you are definitely having to let go of how you have looked at things, how you have thought about things, because you're learning more, you're experiencing more, but it's a lot of work. Knight of Wands, but it's something that once you let go of probably maybe this bitter energy that was coming from this Five of Swords and being like, why is it not working out for me in this way? I want this job. I want this, my work to look like this. Like once you kind of let go of that and say, what can I get out of this experience? How do I make this work in my favor? It gives you a better outlook on things. It gives you a little bit more energy. You don't feel as like pulled down by this. You feel more excited. And then the Emperor, go ahead and just step into your power. Like, go ahead and just say, like, you know what? I am valuable. I do bring things to the table. I'm really good at creating structure. I'm really good at creating systems. I'm really good at making stuff work. So go ahead and embrace that. And then take a break. I think once you stop fighting, really truly, I think once you stop fighting the changes, fighting the adjustments, once you kind of embrace that, it'll let you relax into your role a little bit more, relax into this energy. I know that Cancers are not always the ones who are the best at being able to be in a very structured, clear environment, but when it comes to being able to understand and to feel your way through things and to create a home, like a stabilized space where people feel safe and secure, you're great at that. So like understanding what your strengths are, tapping into those, going with the flow. Your clarifier, and not clarifier, but your how to work with this energy for that Knave of Swords and the Two of Chalices is the Hierophant. So this is tapping into any of those systems, tapping into your ability to be able to run systems as far as beliefs go. So like this can be a lot of spirituality. It can be a lot of it's the masculine counterpoint or partner to the High Priestess in a more macro level way. So instead of like being overwhelmed and like feeling like, okay, I got this new kick towards, I want to go after something. I want to go follow after some new connection, something that makes me feel really great. You're saying like, does this fill my cup? And if it does fill my cup, then let me go ahead and move towards it. Like you're approaching things in a different perspective. Knave of Chalices under that Ace of Chalices, under that Knight of Pentacles. Like, yeah, this is something that I think that you weren't expecting to find emotional fulfillment from, but you're finding more emotional fulfillment from it. Like, take that childlike interest in something and then seeing yourself in it. It might be a little immature. You might just be like, I'm throwing caution to the wind, but that's okay. Sometimes that's how it gets you to the next step. You have the Seven of Pentacles and that Five of Swords, and you have the Empress underneath that. Again, you can create your own reality. You are abundant. You are this person who, like, once you find the enjoyment in where you are, like, it just opens up everything for you. Seven of Chalices under that Eight of Swords and that Knight of Wands. You're kind of pushing through things. And it's saying that, like, you have so many options available to you. Like, don't get overwhelmed by them. Like, go ahead and let go of the things that don't light you up and move towards the ones that do. And then your final one, the Lovers. The Emperor, the Four of Chalices, the Lovers. Like, this is saying that you see some of your more, I'm going to say harsher, maybe your shadow aspects, your harsher ones, the ones that can be very like, it needs to be like this. I need order. I need stability. Like, you might not necessarily be as open to that. It makes you feel a little rigid, but it's saying relax into that energy. And as you relax into that energy, it's going to help you with your connections. It's going to help you with your attachment. It's going to help you with your relationships. Like it will help all the things. And like understanding that you have support systems in place. You have that Ace of Chalices. You have that Two of Chalices, which is like the Lover's card. Like you have an emotional support system. Let your emotional support system do what it's supposed to do so that you can relax into this more structured reality that you're experiencing. And let's get your outcome card. Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, because you're putting in the work, but you feel happier about the work that you're doing. You don't feel as pulled down or anything like that. You feel happy about the work you're doing. All right, let's get your oracle card and see what we got for you. It's this one. This one was like follow the moon. Yeah, so if you're not following new moon, full moon at the very latest, at the very least, I would say do that. Make sure you have some good rituals and things in place for the new moon and the full moon at the very least. Also understanding that like things happen in cycles, that you're an emotional being, that's okay. Not judging yourself for that will be helpful as you go through some of these transitions and you move towards this more structured but more fulfilling space in your work life and in your home life. So that's it for you, Cancers. Let's see what we've got for our lovely Leos. I honestly do feel like there have been so many folks that like have been quiet. I feel like I haven't heard a lot from the Leos either, which is fascinating because you know Leos love to be seen, they love to be heard. So I feel like y'all are trying to fly under the radar too, not catching these strays. Like if there's something crazy going on, it's not our fault. It's not. It's got nothing to do with us. We are just out here chilling and not trying to get caught in all the foolishness going on. I also know that with there being these eclipse with the fixed signs, fixed signs have been going through it. Leos would be going through the same. So there is just a lot of adjustments going on for everybody. So let's see what Leos have going on for this new moon. Okay. The Empress. You're feeling abundant. You're feeling like you can manifest and create your life that you want to. Like things are going well. That might be why you're quiet, is because things are going well. Ooh, the Lover's card underneath that. Yeah, you might be you might be just hanging out with your new connection, with your new boo thing, and you're just feeling really great about stuff. So that might be why you're quiet. Temperance. Make sure you stay balanced. Don't lean too far into any of your attachments so that you're neglecting anything. Four of Pentacles. You're feeling really stable. You're feeling really secure. Don't close off your emotions. I always see Four of Pentacles, especially when it comes to anything related to emotions, it's kind of like closed off and not sharing. Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, you're kind of just chilling. Things are going well. Your harvest has come in and you're enjoying yourself and taking advantage of it. The Hermit. You're also probably keeping some time to yourself. So outside of that love connection, outside of, maybe your close knit people, you are not even trying to be bothered with anybody, which I picked up on because I was like, where have the Leos been? Seven of Chalices. You have a lot of choices available to you. You might have a lot of suitors coming in. You're experiencing a lot of emotions. Again, going back to that Temperance card, make sure you just stay balanced, take it one step at a time. Justice card, but you're experiencing, okay, so something was out of whack. And so you took that step back. You just kind of battened down the hatches, made sure you had all your money together, make sure you had your work together, all that stuff, that you was good and that your people were good. And then you just kind of went to the side and said, I'm gonna let it work itself out. And it did. It worked out in your favor. There's justice in this situation. And Ace of Chalices. And so now there might be a new connection or a new way of looking at things, new feelings that you're experiencing. That Seven of Chalices is saying that, like, okay, I have all these different options that I can choose from, and you make a choice. You make one that's based off of, okay, what's going to get me where I want to be in life? And Eight of Chalices, you're walking away from. You walked away from these choices. You had all these choices. You made a choice. You had to leave some behind, especially, and you made that choice based off of the wisdom that you've learned over time, that time that you took to yourself and kind of just were like focused on your money, focused on making sure that your life was good and nice and stable. And now you're open to more connections, maybe friendships. This might be family. This might be love. We have the lovers down here with that Empress card. So it might be more of just like a new life coming into your romantic relationship or your partnerships. So you're letting go of the things and the relationships that were dragging you down, and you're feeling much better about the ones that you're keeping with you. Let's see. So how to work with this energy. Yeah, we got the Death card here for your first one, which is literally like letting go. Like you had to release your hold on things. You had to release just stuff that was holding you back so that you could enjoy, manifest, build connections. Like you had to let go. Queen of Pentacles as the clair or the how to work with the energy of Temperance and the Four of Pentacles is again that stability. It's all about stability. It's a direct connection with the Empress card. Like you understand that like if you need it, you can make it happen. That money comes to you easily. That you are like when it comes to finances, when it comes to that portion of your life, you got that. And if it's something that's emotionally going on, that's pulling you out of that space, you're like, I'm gonna let that go because stability is what I need. It's for me. What else do we get? The Ace of Wands under that Nine of Pentacles and that Hermit card. That time away, that taking enjoying what you have, enjoying what you've created, taking that time to yourself and focusing on yourself does give you some of that energy that you need to get going, to feel a little bit more creative. Five of Swords, there's been a lot of Five of Swords energy going on. And with that, we can continue to just say it's looking at kind of how do you view things. And with the Justice card being over that, it seems like maybe you might have been put into a place where people wanted you to have to choose between options or wanted to make it so that you felt like you were the option that they were trying to choose between, and that justice was had. Justice was had. You got what you wanted out of the situation and you walked away from that connection that was not good for you, that was pulling you out of this nice balance that you had made, and you made the choice to choose the one that felt more balanced and more stable for you. Two of Pentacles. And it's also making you feel it, working with that energy of the Ace of Chalices and the Eight of Chalices to get the Two of Pentacles is saying like really truly again we're looking at what's going to work with my finances, what's going to work with the stability that I have created in my life financially, and anything that's making me like pulling me out of that, pulling me into that Five of Swords energy where I have to feel sneaky or where other people don't feel trustworthy. Like I'm not choosing that. I'm choosing the stability. I'm choosing to move in that Empress energy, in that Queen of Pentacles energy, in the Lovers energy, and letting go of the things that really just stress me out and do not serve me and make me be in precarious money situations. Your outcome card is the Nine of Wands. I think it's felt like a lot of work, which is also probably why you've been pretty quiet, and that this is going to continue to feel like a lot of work, but it'll be worth it in the end to move forward and get you where you want to be. Because the Nine of Wands is really like waiting for your harvest to come in. So you've put all these things in place, and now like you're worried. Oh, okay, we're not pulling all of these. Sorry, we are not. You're weary, but you know that in the end, the outcome, the harvest will be phenomenal. Okay, here are the Ancient Ones. Go within, that Hermit card. Go within. Follow your higher path, whatever that is, whatever that looks like for you. Put that time aside so that, and make sure you have like, I love that Hermit card because she's in the bath and she's reading. Like it really gives that having self-care rituals, having things that fill up your cup, that Ace of Cups, like having things that fulfill you and replenish you is going to be really important, because although there is really great energy here, it is energy that's going to, it's work that's going to take time and energy. All right, Leos, that sounds like a great reading to me. So yeah, just keep y'all's head down. Y'all don't need to be caught up in any of this mess going on with all these other people and all the difficulties they're going through. Y'all just keep it moving. All right, Virgos. We are at our halfway point. Virgos, how have you all been doing? I feel like Virgos have been hustling. I feel like Virgos have been focused on, as per usual, their money. and making sure that their house is right. And I don't blame you, because with all this stuff going on, we all need to be making sure that we stand right and correct. All right. Ooh, Virgo's already trying to jump out. They already want to talk. They surely do. Okay, but we are going to follow our system, Virgos. You know, isn't Beyonce's a Virgo, right? And she is having a great time. Okay. Four of Swords. Okay, well, take a break. Four of Swords is definitely saying that you've been really focused and now you're getting distracted. And you're like, it's getting to that point where mentally I'm starting to feel a little overwhelmed. So I'm about to go on and sit down somewhere. Five of Pentacles. You may need to ask for some help. You may need to ask for some assistance, especially if you've been working on stuff and now you just can't seem to focus and like your mind's just going all over the place and you're just looking for any type of distraction and you're happy to take that distraction. Ask for some help, ask for some assistance. Don't try to do everything on your own. Queen of Swords. Yeah, you're definitely working on a really big project, but you're also expressing yourself. You want to be heard. You want to be seen. You got the King of Wands. It's something where you're feeling very confident. You're feeling very confident. You're feeling very self-assured. So you have like literally the Queen of Swords who is like, let me tell you what it's going to be, and communicating very clearly. And then you have the King of Wands who's just like, and I have all the energy. I have all of the personality qualities that's making people actually want to work with you, actually want to assist you. So this is great if you're working on a new project. Knight of Swords, yeah, you have something big that you are working on. You have something big that like you are trying to put together. And that Knight of Swords is giving you all that energy to kind of push through it. But the Knight of Swords is not taking their time. Proofread. Have other eyes look over your projects, over your work. Knave of Pentacles, it is something new, a new project that you're trying to bring to fruition. It's maybe a new work encounter, a new way of making money. Like, get your team, ask for help, get your team on board with you. Knight of Pentacles, yeah, y'all are manifesting something big. Y'all are creating something really big that you're hoping at least will be like something that will change your trajectory as far as how you make money and how you manage your life. And because of that, and because you might be rushing into things like that Nine of Swords and that Four of Swords, like that overwhelm is there. And I'll keep saying, utilize your team, utilize your team, utilize your team. Six of Wands, but there will be victory. So all of your hard work will pay off. There will be victory in that. You will be able to, Nine of Chalices, celebrate, enjoy all your hard work, connect with people with you. Like, it's going to be great. It's just this new start with this full moon, with this new moon, is like a little hectic for a little bit, but it will all pay off in the end. Let's see how we work with this energy. Knave of Chalices again. Connecting to your emotions. Don't cut them off. Don't cut off the people who care about you. Utilize your resources. The Moon card under the Queen of Swords and under the King of Wands is saying there may be some shadow work you need to do here. And some things that you're not seeing everything clearly with, which is why you may need to tap into that Queen of Swords energy, and why you need to tap into that King of Wands energy is because you need to make sure that whatever it is you're working on, you have all of the information available to it. So you need to ask the hard questions. You need to think through the troubling, the hard points of this work that you're doing, and you need to be confident enough to be able to call into question anything that looks a little shady, but also your own self-doubt about things. Ten of Swords, yeah, this stuff is really like, this project is really stressing you out. It's really taking a lot of your energy, a lot of your time. But it's leading you towards what you want. The Phoenix is there. You will be reborn. It's leading you towards what you want. Just keep going. Be honest, be open, ask the questions. Knight of Chalices under the Knight of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords. Like, again, it's about that emotional connection. It's about being brave. It's about expressing yourself. It's about saying that, like, this fills my cup and this is why I want to do it. Keep that passion, that emotional connection that you've had to this. It'll help you to push through all of the doubts and all of the like scaries in your head. And finally, the Fool. You took that leap of faith. Take that leap of faith. The victory is coming for you. The celebration is coming for you. You just have to be brave, do things unconventional, do things that are different outside of what you're used to. The Lovers is your outcome card. So you're really looking at kind of what your attachments are and whether you're ready to move past where you used to be and move into something else. It might also be a new connection, a new love connection, literally. But the Lovers card is really about where we started and where we want to be, and if we're willing to make that choice to do something a little bit different. So the Fool says take the leap of faith. It says keep going. Don't let the fear get to you and keep you where you were. Keep moving forward. Seek your destiny. Like, this is a big moment for you. This is really you going after something that you feel is going to be really fruitful for you. It's going to make you it's something that you've always wanted to do. It's something that you've had in your head, that you started working on it and then you get overwhelmed and you put it to the side. But like, for this last year, you've been pushing towards this. You've been saying, no, I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. Even when you get overwhelmed, you're like, okay, let me ask for help. Even when you get scared, you're like, okay, let me go within. I can do this. Let me ask these questions because it's not adding up. Like, you keep going. And because you keep going, because you are brave, you get what you're looking for. In the end, you are able to seek your destiny and get that fulfillment. So yay, Virgos. It will be a time, but it will be worth it. All right, Libras. Let's see how things are going for Libras. I'm a Libra, so as you all know, I often try to make sure that I am taking myself out of the reading, but it can be hard. It can be hard to do that. But we're going to try to be objective and just see what Libras have going on. Let's see what we have happening for the Libras. Okay. Let's really make sure these cards are nice and shuffled well. We're at our halfway point. We just passed Virgo. And let's get to Libras and see what Libras have going on. Okay. All right, let's do Libras. Okay. Queen of Pentacles. All right, Libra, we have been stepping into our money, our boss person energy. We have been like, you know what? I am abundant. I am creative. I can do whatever I want. I can create a secure, stable home life for myself, and I can make money. I can be prosperous. Let's get our clarifier. King of Wands. Everyone's gotten this King of Wands. King of Wands is really like we found something that finally excites us, and finding that thing that finally excites us gets us moving towards a way to make money that feels much more fulfilling, feels much more stable, feels like the right choice to be made. Nine of Chalices. We will find celebration here. We will be feeling good about the choices that we have made. We will just be like in a good space, y'all. Okay. Sorry, I was like, how did I get a card that was in reverse? But I did it. Okay. Six of Pentacles. I put it in reverse. That's going under the Nine of Chalices is the Six of Pentacles. So we might still be having some of those underlying fears, some of those like, okay, like I'm in the position now where I can give. What do I do with that? And there's a power dynamic here because we are Queen of Pentacles. We're feeling great about things. We're feeling charismatic. We're feeling attractive. We're feeling like we can create things based off of just our will alone. Like we're feeling like that master manifestor energy, but we have this kind of underlying like, can I actually celebrate? Can I actually like go and enjoy the things that I've done for myself? Because I don't want to give too much and not stay on things and then lose what I've made, you know. Ace of Chalices. We might have a new relationship coming in, at least a new way that we're feeling about things, which is fantastic. Knight of Wands. It's feeling like it's coming across that we are approaching this work, approaching our purpose differently because we have new feelings about it, because we're actually like lit up. You know, I think sometimes Libras can get caught into situations that are too based on the other and supposed to based on what we want, because we're that partnership, we're that collaboration energy. And so our fire can burn out pretty quickly just because it's not internal. But this one is saying like when you take that time to enjoy yourself, even if you have these fears or concerns about whether you'll have enough, it helps your cup to feel full, which continues to give you that energy to keep going towards what it is you want. Ooh, and we have some opportunities coming up. All right. Then we're going to need to go within, feel it out, make sure that we are keeping our cup full. You know, we keep filling our cup here. We keep practicing that self care. We keep honoring ourselves and prioritizing ourselves, and it keeps opening up these doors and really leading us towards new opportunities. Literally leading us towards new opportunities. We got the Ace of Wands. We might be having a very charismatic, very like a lot of sexual attraction new relationship coming in, but it also might be a new just opportunity about how we use our life force, something that we've created, something that we put together, a creative project, something that just really makes us feel alive. Woo! Okay, and the clarifier is the Three of Swords. All right, well, this is something, this new thing, this new light is coming from a space where we've had to let go of something that hurt us. We've had some kind of heartbreak or release come. And I always look at that Three of Swords as like literally your heart being broken open. Like that Ace of Chalices, that taking that time to ourselves, the opportunities that have come, and like maybe the choice that we make that leads us onto this new path, this Two of Wands. And when we pick up one of the wands and let one of the wands go, like we travel to this new place, we move forward, we have to leave one behind, and now we're on this new path. And it might hurt to have to make that choice to let go of what we thought of option that was available to us. How we work with this energy for that Queen of Pentacles and that King of Wands, we have the Nine of Pentacles. So just kind of enjoy it. Enjoy the hard work. Enjoy what you've done. You see that reflected in that Nine of Chalices above you. Hangman, change your perspective on things. Again, you know, if you're worried about, you know, I don't want to be stuck in a position where I might lose everything again, or I know I've worked really hard, but like I don't know if it's going to last. You know, change your perspective on things. Look at things a little bit differently. See yourself instead of as the beggar asking for assistance, as the one who's able to give assistance. Move into that space of power. Ace of Chalices, Knight of Wands, Four of Chalices. You know, remember to stay focused on the opportunities that are showing up for you. The one cup, they're matching up here. This new thing that's coming up to you, don't start thinking about the past, the could have been, the should have been, the would have been. Like, stay focused on what's coming forward for you and stay focused on what lights you up. The Hierophant for the Two of Wands and the Hermit card. We've got some big major arcana cards going on here. So with that Two of Wands, we're seeing that choices popping up. We need to go within. We need to find our own light. We need to figure out what's the best path for us. And it's really saying, it's really like there's a spiritual, and I hope that y'all don't hear my tummy rumbling, but there's really a spiritual angle going on here about how it is that you like your life philosophy and how it is that you approach life, and the choices that you make that should be based off of what your inner guidance is telling you and what aligns with your spiritual practices, your spiritual way of viewing things, and just making that choice based off of there, and not maybe so much based off of how you would have looked at things in the past or how you would have approached things in the past. And then Queen of Swords, like you're moving into that solid Libra energy with this. Like you make this choice based off of what's best for you, based off of what you feel like your inner calling is, what your guides are telling you, what like your spiritual practice with is in alignment, and you make that choice and take that route, and it feels difficult. It's a heartbreak because it's different than how you've approached things in the past. It's not your usual route that you've taken, but it's with an understanding that to do new things, to experience new things, to grow, to be a Queen of Swords, and to be able to be upfront and be straightforward with people, like you have to sometimes break hearts. You have to sometimes hurt feelings, but it's focusing on what's the direction, like where is it that you need to go and how do you get there? And that takes you being upfront and honest and truthful and following your own path. So our outcome card is the Knave of Pentacles. So we'll be starting along a new path. We'll be digging into something new that'll be fruitful for us, that'll continue to put us in this space where we can give and receive and be open to new financial opportunities and really feel fruitful and prosperous. So let's get our Oracle card. Oh, that Oracle card came out fast. You were born to create. Be creative. All of this Wands energy, King of Wands, Knight of Wands, Two of Wands, Ace of Wands, like all of this Wands energy, all of this prosperity energy, all of this just understanding who you are, accepting who you are, feeling good about it. Like let go of the doubts, let go of the fears about I'm going to be poor. Let go of the, well, okay, this is what I could have done. These are the choices I could have made. I could have took these opportunities, and like stay open to the opportunities that are presenting themselves. Like use your connections. You are a Libra. You're the sign of partnership. Like you're networking people that are coming in. Like even if you didn't, maybe if an opportunity presented itself earlier and you didn't take it, don't stay so stuck in that to feel like, okay, well, I better snatch up what's coming in now. Like, no, go within, make wise choices. Yes, it might be hurtful. It might be a release of something that you really wanted or a connection that you had, but it's the choice that's right for you to put you on this new path to that Knave of Pentacles, to feel that excitement, to maybe follow after something that feels like it might not necessarily work out, but, to get back onto the path for the Queen of Pentacles and create. Accept that creative energy that is who you are and go with it. This is an excellent reading. Excellent. Very happy. Libras, happy for myself and happy for you all. Wonderful reading for us for this new moon, especially since I know we have been going through it. So yay for us, Libras. All right, Scorpio. Woo! How are you doing, Scorpio? I know that you have also been going through it. Scorpios had a Phoenix moment with your full moon eclipse, with the Mercury retrograde. Like you are just totally being reborn, redone, remade, renewed. All the re's. You get them all. On that Rihanna, literally like creating new and just stepping into your new reality of who you are. And that can feel like a lot. So let's see what the Scorpios have going on. There we go. All right, Two of Pentacles. You've had some choices that you're making as far as your career goes. And you're making a move. You might literally be moving, or you're wanting to make a move. It's not wanting to be where you are. That's bringing up this like, all right, I need to make a shift. I need to make another choice as far as my relationship or as far as my money situation goes. You also might have experienced a heartbreak or an ending of a relationship. Your heart has been broken open and related to how you made money and related to your legacy and related to your home. So literally like you might have experienced the end of a relationship, the end of a marriage, the end of a long time career, like, and it's it's driving you to not feel so great about things emotionally, but it's breaking your heart open. Oh, Scorpio, are you all right? What's going on? We got the Devil card. So we had Two of Pentacles, which was clarified by the Chariot card. You want to move, you want to do something different. You're looking at new money opportunities. You're looking at new ways of just like how you create stability in your life, because you want something new. You want things to change. You got the Three of Swords, which is clarified by the Ten of Pentacles, which is saying that like there's some type of heartbreak going on as far as your legacy, as far as like what you saw yourself doing long term is making money. You got the Devil card as your next card, which is saying that you need to look at your temptations, you need to look at your addictions, you need to look at um, the things that have tied you down and kept you where you were, especially with the Four of Wands. Like, so if your pattern is staying in relationships longer than what you need to because you're trying to maintain stability, you're trying to maintain your legacy, you're trying to like maintain this picture perfect fantasy of what a relationship could be like it's time to take a look at that. It's time to take a look at that. You still feel like you're going through eclipse energy to me. Your next card is the Ten of Wands, stressed out because you're feeling the drive of that creativity. You're feeling the need to be more, to do more, to branch out, to not stay confined in this space that you've been in. That's been like that feeling to move. That Chariot energy is just like pulling down through this. That's like I can create. I can switch things around. I can do this. And Queen of Pentacles. All right, so you're making some moves. You're making that move. You make that choice to switch things around. You make that choice to move outside of some of these unhealthy dynamics. And Knave of Swords. And it's something that, maybe you thought you would never do. It's a new space, it's a new mind frame. It's moving past this energy of that was not so great, that was kind of like keeping you stuck, keeping you stagnant, and you're like, I've gotta get something to move. And you make a choice, maybe you pick a new job, and you have to move for that new job, but that means either maybe your partner can't join you, or maybe it was just time to let your partner go anyway. So you're moving jobs with your partner, you're moving your house, like you're looking at those addictive behaviors related to like I'm just trying to maintain the stability just to maintain it. And like it's taking a lot of work. It's going to be a lot of work to move into this energy, to be something new, to be the Empress. The Empress does have to, like, it takes a lot of energy to create, to birth, to gestate. And it takes a lot of energy to heal. So like that's kind of pulling into this so that you can be reborn, so you can move into this Queen of Pentacles energy, and change the way that you're looking at things. How do we work with this? All right, King of Pentacles under here. To get to this Queen of Pentacles over here at the end, you got to step into that King of Pentacles. Like that's the mind frame you need to come into when you're looking at these choices that you want to make and this move you want to make. Like what's going to lead you here to that path? The Sun card, do not be afraid to be seen for who you truly are. Like it's all right. And if as you shine, things have to move away and things have to end, maybe your life doesn't look like it was supposed to, like you thought it would. That's all right as well to release. Temperance, balance yourself out. So again, Temperance is a perfect card to go underneath that Devil card, because if you're leaning any one way and just trying to maintain that stability, trying to maintain this happy ending, you have got to balance that out. You have to balance out your heart and your mind. And if it's not adding up, you got to move along, okay? King of Chalices under that Ten of Wands and under that Empress card, like be in control of your emotions. Like don't let them control you. Don't let them tie you to things. Don't let them just oversee everything. You have to have that temperance. You have to have that balance. You have to be mature emotionally. Express yourself emotionally. You have to find that emotional maturity and stability. And then Four of Pentacles, you're creating a new foundation. You're creating a new foundation. You're setting up a new legacy, like, and maybe one that's more stable and grounded than the one that you had in place that was a little rocky before. But this one feels more good, more nurturing, and allows you to really be able to feel solidly in that Queen of Pentacles spot. All right, our outcome card is the Six of Chalices. Remember the things that were, remember how things used to be, but don't like sugarcoat them or like look at them through rose-colored glasses. See yourself in nature. Go spend some time outside. Maybe go take a little trip. Go see also how like our lives will reflect nature again, because being the empress, birthing things, that takes a lot of time. Creating the legacy takes time. Like, you know, and it means if you want it to feel good, if you want it to feel safe and secure, it means that you have to create connections that are actually nurturing and not ones that are based off of fear or based off of like addictions. Like you get stuck in these relationship cycles where you're constantly connecting with people that, you think that you can have this long lasting relationship with, that's everything that you've always wanted, but it's never quite working out because you're always thrown off balance as far as your money or as far as like your emotions, and it pulls you out of the space where you can actually be fruitful, where you can actually accomplish things, where you can actually like be the empress and be the queen of pentacles. So see yourself in nature. All right, Scorpios, I was really hoping that y'all have y'all's rebirth moment. I think you are. I think it's just maybe not quite what you were thinking it was going to be. But your number one thing is going to be to examine that devil energy, examine those connections that are not healthy for you, examine those situations and patterns that you keep finding yourself into, and those addictive behaviors, especially when it comes to relationships, and to let them go and form actual connections. Be honest, be vulnerable, learn to trust yourself and trust other people, and laying out the lines, laying out the guidelines, and saying like, hey, here are my boundaries, here are my standards, either you meet them or you don't, so that when you're actually building legacy, when you're actually making something that'll stand the test of time, like you'll feel that joy and you won't be looking back in the past thinking about, oh, like I could have done this, or oh, this relationship could have went this way. Like, let that go. Let that be. Honor for what it was and move along. So, all right, Sagittarius. Sagittarius, how's it going? Let's see what we got for the new moon for you. One more, and then we'll go ahead and pull for you. Sagittarius. All right. All right. Nine of Pentacles, you're feeling good about things. You're resting, you're taking care of yourself, you're kind of watching your harvest come in. Seven of Wands, because you've been working really hard. You had to put together a lot of projects, a lot of planning went into this so that you can get to this place where you are now. Queen of Swords, you are expressing your thoughts and feelings. You're being very clear, very honest, and upfront. Four of Swords, because you understand that when you do all of this hard work and you want to enjoy yourself, that if you do not express yourself and you're very clear about expectations, timelines, about what's going on, you can get overwhelmed and then you can lose focus. And you're trying to attempt to swipe, like a side swipe that, to avoid that losing focus and getting in that space by being really upfront and communicating really well. Six of Wands, you will find success. You will find some victory. You will come out on top of things. But you do have the Devil card as the clarifier from that. So if you've had those temptations to kind of pulling you, that distractions, that overworking, that not communicating well, like you're like, you know what? Nope, I'm gonna stay strong, and you do come out on top with that. Nine of Wands, again, this is another one of those kind of waiting for your harvest to come in, but understanding and enjoying the hard work that went into it. You've been doing that inner work, you've been finding your inner path, and so like it's just coming out pretty well for you. The High Priestess, yeah, so you've done that shadow integration. You were able to tap into and understand what the devil was trying to teach you and the lessons that you needed to learn as far as that goes. And now, like, you have the Star and the High Priestess. You have a lot of major arcana cards here. But the High Priestess is saying, like, okay, like, I'm powerful, I'm intuitive, I'm in touch with my emotions, I'm in touch with my shadow side, and now I can just make a wish. So really, truly, like, what is it that you want, Sagittarius? That's your next step. What is it that you want? Reach for the stars. Let's see how to work with this energy. Knight of Chalices. was saying definitely get in touch with your emotions, remain childlike in how you approach things, especially when it came to all of this work and kind of realigning your life so that you could enjoy the fruits of your labor. Two of Pentacles as the how to work with the Queen of Swords, and the Four of Swords was like making sure that you're making choices that are going to set you up for success, and that will feel really grounding and supportive of yourself. The King of Swords. Oh, I haven't seen King of Swords yet. King of Swords as the how to work with the Devil energy and the Six of Wands. I think it's again that like structure, communication, clear boundaries. Like that was the way to. That was the temptation that you were attempting to work through to get this victory. And again, it was all about that clear communication, clear boundaries, clear expectations. The world, you have so many major arcana cards. This was a really good like clearing out for the eclipse for you, Sagittarius, because we got victory over here. Like you overcame some of these temptations, some of this more addictive behaviors about not communicating or letting people get away with things that they really shouldn't have. That's internal work that you did, opened up the world to you, seeing the world as available to you, and then how to work with this High Priestess card, and the Star card is the Hangman, changing your perspective on things. So again, it's one of those like, I'm worthy. Like I've done this hard work. I've overcome these obstacles. You know, what kind of wishes? What is it I want? Like, and changing that perspective. Let's get your outcome card, the Eight of Chalices. You may have to walk away from how it is that you've approached connections, how you've approached relationships, taking those lessons learned, and starting a new path, starting a new journey, and feeling good about that, ending that release, all of that fun stuff. You have a great reading, Sagittarius. This has been fantastic. I'm very happy for you. It's a lot of growth that's happened here, because I know Sagittarius can sometimes, that the Devil card can get the Sagittarius. Have courage. Have courage. Have courage to make the hard choices. Have courage to have the hard conversations. Have courage to think through the tough thoughts and the ones that feel overwhelming. Have courage to set things in place to see you with a good outcome over time. Great job, Sagittarius. Yay for you. I don't even have much to say because I'm just like, well, this is fantastic. Like, you got the World card. You have like all these really great cards. I think you have a really wonderful new moon coming up for you. So yay for a new season. Yay for a new time. Yay for release. Oh my goodness. Okay, there we go. This card's still wanted to talk, but maybe we can, if you want more information, Sagittarius, we can have a private reading. Link is available well, it will be available in the description. I'll take it down with this. So, who's that for Sagittarius? Oh, Capricorns. Hello, Capricorn. Let's see what Capricorns have going on. Have y'all been working yourself to the bone as per usual? Is that what's going on, Capricorn? Let's see what Capricorns have had going on. You have also been a little quiet, but I feel like you are keeping your head down as well, not trying to catch any strays. I believe like the Virgos, all my little earth signs are all trying to have a really good outcome. Let's see what we got. This card's felt kind of heavy. Okay, there we go. All right, Capricorns. Knave of Pentacles. Yeah, you've been working on some new work projects. Five of Wands with some friendly competition. All right, so you might have been really focusing on how do you get this done, how do you get this going, because you've had you're in an industry or you're starting in an industry where, there's some competition, there's some pushback going on. Eight of Chalices, you've had to leave something behind and start a new path. The Star card, making a wish. Looking at like your hopes and fears, like what is it that you've always really wanted to do? And it might have been, as you started this new path, that you've had this excitement, this kind of I want to do something different as far as how I make money. I want to do something different as far as like my material life, because maybe you're a little over all of this kind of neck biting and back and forth there. Like you don't want to deal with that mess. You've made a choice. You've looked at something else based off of what it is that you want to get out of life. Five of Chalices, you're mourning, and there's nothing wrong with that. You're mourning what was, but remember, there should be new opportunities coming up for you. Eight of Swords, woo, okay. Capricorn, yeah, you're definitely needing to let go of some things. You're definitely needing to give yourself, be very gentle with yourself, is what I'm going to say with this, because it seems like letting go of this, it seems like the tension and the competition, the not so nice people, the talking behind your back or triangulation, people trying to pit each other against these workers against these workers, is draining you. It was really emotionally it was just a lot emotionally for you, and it took up a lot of your energy and your time, as far as your thoughts and how do I get through this, how do I move through this, how do I make this work, all of that. It was just taking up a lot of your energy. The Wheel, all right, so things are going to be moving forward. It's time for you to transition out of this phase, transition into a new phase. The Sun, something where you can be seen, where you can be valued, where you can express yourself. Four of Swords, you're feeling distracted. Your thoughts are a little all over the place. You're not as organized as you usually are, and that's because you are anticipating making a move. Like you are ready to let go and move forward. You are ready to chase after your dreams. You are ready to not be in this space at all anymore. So let's see, how do we work with this energy? Ace of Wands, you need to find something that lights you up. You need to go somewhere that lights you up, that you feel excited about being there. All this conflict and stuff is trash. You then got the Ace of Swords for working with the Eight of Chalices, and the Star card again. Make a wish. Make a wish on something that that you've always wanted to do, something that keeps coming up in your mind, something that maybe even something that you've seen recently that really sparked your interest. Knave of Chalices, yeah, those feelings. Open yourself up to new emotions. Open yourself up to new connections. Don't do anything rash. Don't feel like you got to run up and tell somebody about themselves or anything like that. But don't push everything inside. Find a healthy way to express how you're feeling about things, so that you don't find yourself experiencing a really low moment, or just making maybe some decisions that are not the wisest based on that. King of Swords, express yourself. You really do need to express yourself. Go within, review what's going on, figure out where it is you want to go, figure out how you want to be seen, and then start sharing that with people around you. Set some really good, firm boundaries. And then the Four of Wands, look at what's going to give you that sense of stability, what's going to make you feel more safe and secure. Make a move towards something that feels like home, and move away from this gross energy of conflict. Knave of Swords, yeah, you're definitely gonna be kind of jumping into it. It's something new, it's something exciting, and it's something that is creative. It takes a lot of your thoughts, you're needing to focus a lot of your thoughts on this, and you're feeling that distraction, but it's because you're excited, it's because you want to move, it's because you want to find that stability. Um, let's get your Oracle card, your Messenger Oracle card for Capricorn. This one is the one. Be patient. Yeah, it might not be as fast as you want it to be, and that might be some of this push, some of this frustration that you're experiencing, because you're ready to go now. You're over it now. You want to move into something you're excited about pursuing now, and you just keep having to move forward, needing to express yourself, having to set things in place, and you're ready for this move. You're ready for this move. You're ready for this new time in your life. But be patient. It's coming. It's here. It's showing up. It's just, be patient. Take your time. Don't rush it so that you don't end up in another gross space with these raggedy people that are trying to pitch you against or make you doubt yourself or comparing you to other people. This is not a competition. This only competition is between you and you. And even then, it's just the two of you all deciding who gets the bigger dessert. You both win in the end. All right. Aquarius. How are you doing, Aquarius? Let's get your new moon in Taurus reading for the sign of Aquarius. I'm checking to see how long I've been on here. All right. Hour and 33 minutes. All right. We are 2 more readings in. So hopefully we'll probably hit that 2 hour mark. But Aquarius, new moon in Taurus. Let's see what you've got going on, Aquarius. Okay. The strength card. All right, so this is great. Like, take courage, have strength. You are feeling good about things. You're feeling like you're more in control. You're feeling more confident. You're feeling like the struggles and things you've experienced, like you kind of got a handle on those now. You've taken a leap of faith. Ooh, what have you started? You have started something new. You are not approaching things the way you used to. You had an ending occur. You would let something go. You're going to release, let go, move forward. And it's something from the past, an emotional connection you've had in the past. You've decided, like, I have to let that go. Like, I'm feeling strong. I'm feeling confident. I'm ready to move on. I'm ready to do something different. I'm about to, like, follow my dreams. So I have to let go of these old connections, these old emotional relationships, these old friendships and things that are back there. Like, that's the past. I'm ready to move forward. Knave of Pentacles, you're working on a new project. So this might be a new job. It might be a new home, something you're excited about, something that's going to make you feel very safe, secure. You're in that King of Pentacles energy. Like, you are really feeling good about yourself. Aquarius, 9 of Wands, you're waiting for your harvest to come in. You planted the seeds, you did the hard work, you signed up for the website, you attended the coaching class, you started the new job and turned in the applications, and you rocked it. You did really well. So you're just waiting for that harvest to come in. But you're mourning what was, you're mourning those relationships that you had to release, you're mourning kind of who you were, who you used to be, because you're not going to be that person anymore. You're starting new, and not everyone can always come on these new journeys with us. The wheel is turning. You're in a new season. You're in a new space, and King of Swords, and you're setting really firm boundaries about that. You're setting firm boundaries. You're expressing yourself very eloquently, but very clearly. You're not taking any mess from anybody. Like, yeah, you understand that some of these relationships have been a little, but you're not putting up with that anymore. You're in a new season. The Empress is you have so many major arcana cards. This is like a huge transition for you with this new moon in Taurus Aquarius. So you have the Strength card, you have the Fool card, you have the Empress card. Like, you're taking that leap of faith towards what will put you in a really powerful position, and something that will allow you to really manifest your dreams into being able to be kind of like who you've always seen yourself as, this strong, courageous, powerful individual. 9 of Pentacles under the Death card and the 6 of Chalices. Yeah, so you understand that, like, in looking back, you have to make the choice that's going to put you in a space where you can just enjoy what you've done. You've enjoyed your hard work, and that's okay. Like, it took a lot of work to get to the space where you would feel confident enough, where you'd feel strong enough to let go of these old relationships. And now you're like, all right, I see my growth. I've seen what I've done. 4 of Chalices to work with the Knave of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles is really looking at the opportunities in front of you. Like, you see that cup, you saw that cup, you looked at the past, those 6 of Chalices, you looked at the past, you saw what could be, and you decided to take hold of this cup, this new offering that showed up for you. 5 of Pentacles underneath that 9 of Wands and the 5 of Chalices. Yeah, you're really looking at, like, asking for help, asking for assistance, not trying to do everything on your own, not getting bogged down in what could have been. Yes, you reached out and you took that new cup, but you're like, dang, like, is this going to work out for me in the end? Was this the right decision? And I feel like I don't know if I can do all this on your own. You're not supposed to. You're supposed to process these feelings with others, work with others. Like, don't shut yourself off. And then Knave of Chalices for the Wheel and for the King of Swords. Like, these your ability to be able to express yourself clearly, your ability to be able to be in this new season where you are not holding back as far as just assuming that people understand what it is that you're thinking, or what it is you're trying to say, what it is you're feeling. This allows you to move into this new season. And you're the Sun card. Let yourself be seen. Express yourself. Be the sun. Give light to all the things. So I'm really happy that you're moving forward, and I'm really happy that you're moving into a space where you're going to feel more secure, where you're going to feel better, and where people are going to have to just learn that this is the new you. But it's going to provide yourself and others with this support and with this energy to be more fruitful. So embrace the dark is your messenger oracle card, and I think that was that shadow work. That was, and I don't know why, but I suppose that your shadow would be about uh, being really clear and communicating very clearly about what it is that your expectations are, who you want to be, and letting go and not holding on, not trying to bring people with you into the new phase, like letting the wheel turn, releasing the past, and being brave as far as being emotionally available and emotionally intelligent, and then sharing what it is that you have found so that you could truly be seen. Like it's the sun and the moon, it's the sun, the light and the dark. You're balancing yourself out and doing that shadow integration. So there you go, Aquarius. That's it for you for the new moon. And let's get to our last but never least, Pisces. I'm a Pisces rising. Pisces, I have been eagerly anticipating getting to this reading. So let's see what we get for Pisces for the new moon in Taurus, happening this Friday. Let's see what Pisces has going on. Let's see what Pisces has going on. Hopefully you all have also been doing your shadow work, because as an air sign, as a water sign, you would have also felt the impact of that Scorpio, of that Scorpio eclipse and that Scorpio full moon. So let us see what is going on. Let's shuffle it one more time. Just want to make sure these are nice. And shuffle for Pisces. Alrighty. Okay. Let's see what Pisces has. Okay. I was like, that is thick. All right, Pisces. 7 of Wands. All right. So we're working. We're putting things into place. We're putting structures into place. Because we have had to let things go. We have had to mourn what was, but we have these new opportunities that are coming up for us, and we are trying to make sure that we can take advantage of these new opportunities and not staying stuck in the past. 10 of Chalices. I feel like 10 of Chalices is like a happy home, happy family, happy marriage, but it also can be more of like a mirage. It can be like, I think it's a little too good. But I think with this is really what we're wanting to work towards, and like having an understanding of what is actually having a happy home mean for us. And that means being balanced emotionally and mentally, where we're not sitting here stressed out about all the hard work we have to do, where we can actually like go home and rest, where our emotional connections are fulfilling and safe. Queen of Chalices, being emotionally mature, being emotionally intelligent. Knight of Swords, because we've had to learn how to express ourselves. That balance again between that. The Temperance card is playing out here with this Queen of Chalices. It's moved us to a place where we're not in this Five of Chalices cup anymore. We understand that if we want to have our dream life, if we want to have this Ten of Chalices energy, that we have to balance these things out, and we have to be emotionally mature. We have to be in touch with our intuition, with our hearts and our minds, and we have to be able to express this. We have to be able to let people know what it is that we're thinking and we're feeling, what our expectations are, so that we can actually have the fruition, have the manifestation of this life of our dreams. Knight of Wands. So we've done a lot of this work. We planted a lot of the seeds, and now we're kind of just waiting on that harvest to come in. Queen of Wands. Yes, because we're feeling powerful. We've stepped into our power in a lot of different ways, especially in our creative power and our understanding that when we perform the alchemy of balancing our emotions and our mind, and we put that together, combine it with our will, that we can then create anything. And so we're kind of sitting back, and we know that that harvest is coming, and letting that energy just come up into fruition. Seven of Swords is our final card. So that's looking like we're we're feeling a little like we have to be maybe a little maybe not on the up note. Like we're trying to be a little sneaky, trying to be a little clever, but we need to learn from what we've done. And let's see why we're feeling this way. Oh, because we're feeling overwhelmed. I think that this is I'm just gonna put it out there. I see this as a warning that as you see yourself growing, as you see yourself improving, as you see yourself laying things down and maturing and like coming into what you want, that when those thoughts, not feelings, when those thoughts of doubt, of like, oh, I don't think I can actually do this, oh, I don't think this is going to work out, like you're just overwhelmed internally, so you start trying to cut corners and things like that. This is a warning to me, is how I see it, of what not to do. Like, you need to stay in your power and not take that direction. Knave of Chalices is how to work with the Seven of Wands and the Five of Chalices energy, is to, be brave emotionally. It's hard. It's hard work. Look into the mirror and see, like, okay, how do I make these steps to move forward and to get things into alignment and move out of this space? The Ace of Wands, when it comes to the Ten of Chalices and the Temperance card. Yes, balance yourself out and then use that as fire and fuel to get to this Ten of Chalices. Which leads into that Queen of Chalices, Queen of Cups, and that Knight of Swords. The Lover's card. Look at what our attachments are. Look at your attachments. Look at like what might be holding you back. Like, are you willing to let go of what was, to balance out, to get what it is that you want in life? Like, are you willing to grow up, basically? Are you willing to grow up and to join your heart and your mind? Are you willing to express yourself? Are you willing to be emotionally available and cognitively sound? Like, are you going to go and be cuckoo cuckoo like you've always kind of been, and have more immature reactions and ways of approaching things? Like, grow up so that you can be the Queen of Cups, so that you can express yourself and get this Ten of Chalices that you want in life. Nine of Pentacles. Again, it's really Nine of Wands, Queen of Wands, Nine of Pentacles. If you do the work, if you mature, if you express, if you lay down the groundwork to get what it is that you want, to get to that Ten of Chalices, to be mature and to have these healthy relationships with others and yourself, then you're just sitting down and waiting for it to come into play. And lastly, the Empress. I think how we work through this is, again, like, okay, you're feeling overwhelmed because you're like, ooh, is this going to work? Can I do this? And so then you're like, well, maybe I should cut some corners. Maybe I shouldn't be as clear and emotionally available. And the Empress is saying that you have the energy and the ability to manifest and create anything that you want. And you have to come to things from that space. You cannot come from a space of fear. You cannot come from a space of doubt. You have to be the Queen of Wands. You have to be the Empress. You have to know that fire, that energy of creation lives within you, and that all you have to do is tap into it and hold on to it, like nurture it so that it grows. You've planted the seeds to have this wonderful life that you've always wanted. Nurture that, focus on that, quiet your mind, quiet that part of you that wants to just react to get what you want, instead of letting it come to you, instead of knowing that, like, you put in this hard work and that it came forth from the hard work that you've done. Outcome card is the Eight of Wands. Be in your power. Be in your power. Let it flow up through you. Focus on that, the things that light you up. Focus on what you know is coming. Stay centered. Stay balanced. And let's get your messenger oracle. Messenger oracle for Pisces for the new moon in Taurus. This is the one. We are all connected. So if you're feeling isolated, if you're like, I'm the only person who goes through this, like, we are all connected. But I think this is also saying that, like, you are connected. Like, you are able to tap into who you were, who you are, who you will be, to really be able to manifest. And that's that alchemy. And I really think that there's a lot of metaphors related to alchemy that can be really helpful for you at this time, as far as tapping into your mind, tapping into your soul, tapping into your emotions, utilizing that to manifest and create the world that you want out here. So, like, taking all the things that you feel and you want internally and being able to actually see that come to fruition externally, understanding that, like, when you can find that balance, you don't have to stay in that balance. No one stays in that balance. But when you can find that balance and continue to return to yourself through this work, through this understanding of how powerful a being you are, then it's what's going to actually get you over this hump to get you to this outcome of actually seeing those things come to fruition. But all right, that's it for you, Pisces, and that's it for all of our signs. So happy new moon in Taurus, everyone. I hope that you have a great time. I hope you're able to utilize this information so that you can make your plans for the new moon and that you're able to create wonderful, beautiful rituals that are supportive of you and the things that you want to accomplish. And I will see y'all later. If you would like some assistance, if you want a private reading, if you want coaching for shadow work, if you're looking at some type of meditation or anything related to that, my link is in the bio. I'm open to work with anyone one-on-one. I will be setting up some group ventures coming up in the future, and I will see y'all later. Y'all have a great one. Bye-bye.